is also made of plastic like last year's Redmi Y2, which as you all know did not perform well in its test due to poor quality plastic and design. So here's hoping that the Redmi Y3 is at least stronger than Y2 like the Redmi Note 7 Pro even if it breaks. The provided case seems pretty thin and flimsy and is certainly not recommended for protection against accidental drops. The Redmi Y3 does feel firm in the hands, weighing in at a good 180 grams, but there is certainly a bit of flex in my usual trial bend. The Redmi Y3 has a Snapdragon 632 processor, which is lower mid-range compared to the likes of the Snapdragon 660 and 710. And right off the bat, it is clear that the Redmi Y3 is not meant for heavy gameplay at high graphics settings, since the default graphics is set to low and you don't get to choose medium or high. Even though the Redmi Y3 isn't really meant for heavy gamers, Pubg is still playable in balanced mode with a few lags and stutters along the way. Next up, testing out the sound quality of the bottom firing external speakers. The audio quality and volume is pretty decent for a budget device, even though the loudness is about 2 or 3 notches below a Redmi Note 7 or Realme devices, which are the loudest at the moment. Starting with the drop test, most of us know from common sense and bad personal experiences with accidental drops, where you had to spend additional money for screen repairs, that production is the only way to safeguard your phones to a certain the second smartphone after the Realme 3 Pro, which has suffered no damage or cracks to the glass, which otherwise would have shattered without protection. The plastic body seems tough to withstand accidental drops and passes the drop test. In this crash test, let's put this Corning glass protection to the test and find out the quality of this tempered glass you're paying for by rubbing it with common items like keys and coins, and lastly with a heavy duty box cutter. Higher quality tempered glasses like these may get a few minor marks during the test, but are always able to survive the blade abuse with ease. Lower quality glasses though, like the ones found on some Oppo Vivo devices and every Realme device tested on the channel, are not able to survive the blade and end up with ugly scuff marks. Strangely, the Redmi Y3 does well against the blades, but does get some pretty significant marks from the key. The glass does not really perform up to the standard of Corning glasses, and the oleophobic coating also seems to be less. Now moving on to fun stuff with value, the bend test. Let's find out if there is any structural weakness in the Redmi Y3 you should be aware of. From the first bend itself, the back cover as well as the weak plastic midframe breaks near the power key, but unlike the Samsung Galaxy A20, the screen has not yet shattered and is still working. The poor design, combined with low quality plastic used on the Redmi Y3, is simply not strong enough and will easily snap near the power key during accidental pressure, and also back pressure can easily shatter the display. The weak back panel is only a sheet of thin plastic and is present just for the glossy finish decoration and does not at all contribute to the structural strength of the Redmi Y3. In the next scene, the importance of a strong cover is proved, which should be hinged to the midframe or at least glued properly.